Good morning. Right, we're heading off early today. We've been, all the time since we've been here, we've never been to this big market. Bhutan. So yeah, we're going to take the kids there and go and check it out. And we have got some big news coming up. I hope it turns. Oh, coffee machine packed up. We hope it's big news. Could be a mountain house coming up in the future as our holiday home. So stay tuned. We're just waiting on paperwork and doing checks and stuff. But yeah, from one of my subscribers, message about a house he had. So that's to watch. We've got the other house having a bit of work done today, the one we bought. Like I said, we're not spending money on like getting builders in and stuff like that. So I've got a friend needed a lot of storage and that big massive unit on it. And he says, look, can I store in it? Desperate. I said, yeah, no problem. We're not going to be touching the house for a minimum of a year. Needs major work. We've got to try and find some cash and stuff to do that. And yeah, so he says, well, I'll chop a load of the trees down, tidy it up, fix the back door. It's like bonus. So that's the goal we're going to be doing on that. We're budgeting really on a tight budget, just where we can get some freebies, do some, I'll offer some help or swap some trades and do things like that. I'm trying to do that one. And that other one is like, I want to do it on like a 10 grand budget. Do as much as I can myself. I'm going to buy a cement mixer, a new tube, as much as I can on how to do jobs and just have a crack at it myself. I've got to lose. It falls down, but yeah, so we can do that, like, all the electrics in it. All I've got to do is buy all the cabling. Everything's been done. I've just got to put it all into the channels and save where I can. But yeah, new one we've got to go to. Hopefully that pulls off. There's a big job there to do. But yeah, can't wait to sort of show you. But this is a little teaser for the future. But we love the area. Absolutely love the area. We was in this area where this house is yesterday, where we're going to be doing the eco trail, and it's out near Troyan, where in other videos you've seen where we stayed at a mountain house. I mean, I call it a mountain house. It's got mountain views, but it's a bit more moderner. But we have ideas, lots of ideas, as our forever little holiday home, because it's only an hour and a half away. So it's so easy, and it's so close to Sofia, so it's only an hour from there. We're 2.5. So it's just a cracking little location, and we love it out there. The caves, all sorts of stuff out there. So watch this space, guys. There's plenty of content for houses. I mean, I didn't want to make it all into houses. But it just seems to be what it is. But we'll be mixing it in with travelling and stuff, like I've just been videoing yesterday, all this eco trail and everything else, this park. So we're always going to add it in. And one day we'll get a camper and we'll get back onto camper content and travel in Bulgaria again on the eyes of on the road. That's the next dream. So, and as all you crypto holders out there know, it's still crap. I'm watching mine keep going up and then down. It's like, Jesus. So I've just noticed today Putin and Trump have just gone out and they're all shaking hands, and let's hope some of these bloody wars stop. Because as we know, financially, once these have all packed up and stopped, everything goes up again. We've just got to get rid of them. So, right, coffee time, wake the kids up and let's hit the road. Here we go, Bhutan Market is packed. Always reminds me of back in England, the old Henswell days. And houses all through the streets and roads. Full. What do you reckon, boys? Busy, isn't it? Now on the cruise. On the truck. Going back and forwards to the new house. Trying to fill up some holes. Woo! Hey up. Getting rid of a load of this old concrete what we had all down here. Old Super Lewis, and he loves his little truck. So we're going to fill in at the other house. We've got a pit. So we're filling the pit up in the garage with a load of crap. Oh, and we still have that problem where it keeps cutting out.
Yeah.
It's weird. So I need a few boards. We're going to lay over the top for now because we haven't got any water to do cementing. We all totally forgot about that. Hey, I just thought I'd drop back on. I didn't film a lot at that market because there's quite a lot of car booters. I'm still not one of these proper YouTubers who can walk around in public. But there was a lot of people looking at me a bit dodgy because obviously there's a lot of people probably shouldn't be selling. But anyway, yeah, I didn't get much footage from Bhutan, but it was actually quite a nice big market. There is bigger ones. It wasn't huge. I thought it was going to be a lot bigger, but it wasn't too bad. But we ended up buying quite a lot of stuff. I don't know if you can see in the background. There we go. Where are we up there? So we got new lights all in here. We bought like them festival type lights. We've got 2 sets of them. They were 25 lev each. It was like bloody hell, they're a bargain. So we're going back next Saturday to get another 2, and then this whole kitchen area is going to be floodlit with them, and they're so bright, unreal. What else we get? The kids bought a knife for fishing. Trying to think. Oh, we got another security light. I don't know if you see it on the table there. Big solar security light. So yeah, that's why I didn't do much filming there. And at the moment, we're just sweating. I'll show you what we're up to in a moment. So we're just waiting to go swimming. Oh, but I say me and the boys. I suppose Lewis has been helping. I just helped a bit. So on our fence, the idea was I was supposed to be doing a privacy wall. It's now come to a major restoration and just ripping a lot out and restarting fresh. So as you can see down here, so there was, I had it all blocked off with a load of stuff. I've just ripped a lot out. So we've gone both sides. I've left my cup out there. Bloody hell. Got to walk all the way around now. So I've just put, that's a big hole there. So I've just put that off for now. But because all these posts are all leaning, I'm going to redo these. I've cleaned all the crap out. We're going to have a complete new fence. Re-drill these, put these in. And all the way along. And then it's done properly. I've got new fencing and we're going to put the green net meshing on to make it a privacy. So, and then we're going to start on the back of these trees. Now, one thing I've been warned in Bulgaria, because obviously our other house needs all the land clearing. Now we've got a tip off. Good warning for you all. If you've got land with a lot of trees, you need to just get permission. I didn't know. This is the whole point of this journey. Anything I find, I'll help pass on. I don't know how true it is or anything. You should really sort of speak to your mayor. But then speaking to the locals and stuff, they're saying just go to your local municipal and speak to the woodlands and forestry commission, I think they're called. So basically the tree people. And get authorization from them and let them know who's going to be cutting it. So yeah, there's something else I've learned. I don't know how true it is, but we're going to do it next week. We're going to go down. So a friend of ours, Georgie, he's going to speak for us and tell him he's going to be cutting them. Can he cut them and blah blah blah. And while he's there, You know my saga of the big trees I've got in my gateway. We're going to get him to sort them out as well while we're here. And also, because if they're going to come round and check, we may as well do with one big blitz. All these big trees we've got here, which blocks our view, we're going to see if we can sort of trim them and trim along the edge. So doing everything as we go properly. Yeah, because that's the thing here, is when you move here, you know, like I say, don't take anything I say as gospel. I'm just learning as I'm going along, and if I find the, you know, real things, then I will tell you. Same as I've had an email today from my latest video, talking about house selling and stuff, and how I'm not involved and I don't do cash, and you know, I don't. There's nothing to do with me. So like even next door, all I did was share their link. That's it. I don't, you know, it's nothing to do with me. I just thought hopefully one of you can buy it. I'm trying to share houses for you Brits so you can buy them, because a lot of them you don't know where they are. But someone's highlighted to me what I'm doing could be legally challenged for little different things, and it could be pay. And this is the problem with living in a new country and not knowing sort of laws and properly. So if you're watching this, I won't say your name or anything, but yeah, thanks for the email and the insight on all that. And apparently he's got a book. So, hello. There's one. Non-worker at the moment. So yeah, apparently he's doing a book on buying properties in Bulgaria. So he says. So I've asked him for the first edition. And yeah, we'll help support him. I think we all need help while we're over here, because like it's a minefield. That's why we don't touch houses or anything like that. We are now in contact, because we're having a few little private things going on in the background, which you're going to find out soon, but we're talking with architects and which are planning over here, and bits and bobs, and there's some new projects on the go in the future, and so we're learning as we're going. And like I say, I like to help pass on as much information as I can. And I think the wife in the background is slowly building like a little ebook, but until we get like a good year or 2 years worth of information, all these little things will be in it just to help people. What a lot of people don't know is I'm basically retired here, just living on savings and, you know, my own money. And when I say things like the tiny home and stuff like that, it's not actually physically my money. It's the wife's. It goes into her limited company account because she's EU and she's got like a big, you know, it's very expensive, VAT and all the work she has to do, and accountants every week, and because she's works online and she's got other businesses involved, and it's like a corporation in one. So even things like YouTube and everything all goes through it. So I don't earn or make money here. It's all done through her. So all I do is just a face on the internet, unfortunately, and I have to live off her. So yeah, so it just makes it easy because we're here at EU. We don't have to set up corporate companies to buy houses in our names and stuff. So we're putting stuff through the business, which is again is another thing we're learning a lot on, because obviously putting through stuff like buying houses and putting them in our limited company, not one of these non-trading companies, they're different. But yeah, she'll do a thing about that in the future and put that into the ebook, because it's quite an advantage on building materials and putting things like through. If you want aircon units, you can put them through as, you know, tax deductible things. So all a learning process this is, and thank you to anyone who pulls me up on anything. I know a couple of people have pulled me up on when I mentioned about you can build on top of a house. You know, if you've got like a single floor and you want to go up, yes, you can legally do that, but you still need to get permission, if you know what I mean. I've said in the past you can just do it, and I mean, obviously I did mean, you know, you still have to get permission. So we're talking to like our architect. He's lovely, absolutely lovely. He speaks English, Not fluent, but enough we can get by. And we didn't need our translator with us. He lived in Ireland for a long time, and he was telling us loads of stories about how silly the English and Irish rules are. He says, he can't believe if you want planning to put on something, like you're going to build something, you've got to put a picture, a sign up on a fence for like a year so people can complain. He says, that's crazy. He says, "You come see me?" I say yes, I say no. Simple. So, yeah, I mean, he's lovely. So we're in the process of learning all this architect stuff. And to be honest, if you have a problem, just do it. Just do it. It's a whole different ball game to England. They're not like England where they want to stop you from doing anything. They would rather work with you and get things done. As long as it's not something stupid, you're going to build like a massive hotel or casino in a village. But I know friends who built a tiny home, one of these prefabs on their land, and they didn't even ask for planning, but they thought afterwards we better do, and they just got it. So it's simple. So I would, yeah. I mean, we're going to take you along with that ride, and we will show you what happens. Uh, if we get any setbacks, what they say. So, like our tiny home's just been fully registered at the moment. We're just waiting for them to visit because they were supposed to come on Tuesday, and then he said between Tuesday and Friday. But this is Bulgaria, and he maybe had 1-2 rack here and not turned up. But so we're going to see him next week. We're dropping the kids off Monday, and then we will. I'm just so hot. We'll start back, sort of getting on top of things, and we want to split the land up down at the tiny home, so it's easy to work in just one little area and get the gravel down. We are going to be officially on Airbnb soon. Once the gravel's down, again, because the house, all the tiny homes, all gone through the company, we can claim for little things like that. So these are things we've learnt now and decided to put them all into the company trust, and yeah, just make things life a bit simple. And yeah, unfortunately, I'm just going to be the kept man in future. But hey, don't bother me. As long as we're earning some sort of money. Like I say, we're pretty lucky here because obviously the wife has already got a job working online, so which had to go through a company because of the amount of money she earns. So but yeah, I mean, it's hard because I get so many people asking about visas and stuff. Like I've mentioned before, I don't know how. I mean, the actual visa system's terrible now because a lot of the loopholes are being shut. So we're basically here on EU. The wife's got an Irish passport. I'm here with her husband, and we just automatically got 5 years. So if you have a chance to get an Irish passport or a EU passport of anything, get it, because it is the Willy Wonka golden ticket to moving it. Without it, you're pretty much screwed now. There was a TRO way where you could buy. There's a lot of back doors where you used to be able to buy a TRO, which is like a trading company in England, and then you could have like 3 representatives on it living in Bulgaria. It's supposed to be non-working ones, and they're sort of classed here as trade people for that company, and they could live here, each year. But they're shutting that route down. That back door's getting shut. So that company where it used to only have to prove €1, I think, or something silly like that, has to now produce 500,000 profits. So yeah, now we're joining the EU in January the 1st. It's going to be tough, very tough. Oh, mate, you're going to get your stuff ready, get tidied up. So, yeah, we're on the pre-last day. It's the last day we're off out for a meal tonight. So, yeah, the boys are all getting washing done and getting everything ready. Then we're going to go for a swim down at the river. God, it's like a swimming pool down. It's so warm. Just a shame it's a bit reedy in the bottom, but yeah. But now life is good in Bulgaria still. I love it, and we'll never be coming back to England. Yeah, and I just wish anyone, if you could get a chance to come out here, do it. There may be, and this is, shall I say it, it's hard yet to say this. There could be possibilities of, I might do some free competitions in the future for free holidays, maybe at our Airbnb, or maybe at a new location in the mountains in the future. If things plan well over the next few weeks, there could be some seriously big news, which is basically all down to a subscriber on it. Bless their heart. So yeah, I mean, money's getting tight now because we're spending up, and like you've seen, we own like 3 houses now. The one I've just shown, the one is just basically our future 2-3 year project type thing. We're slowly going to do it up. We've now, at the moment, we've got friends with that massive garage. Friends of ours are using that garage, so they've done a deal where they're borrowing our garage to store stuff for the next year, and they're going to do some work on the land and help get it cleared and fix the doors and stuff like that. And brilliant. Anything we can do where we can get free work, that's our goal at the moment. I mean, there's no way we're sort of broke, because obviously the wife brings in money, but there's a lot of money going out. So yeah, we're just slowing down spending, shall we say now. So until crypto comes, well, then I've got sorting out the old tax thing on that. Geez, I still need to get registered in Bulgaria, really. Try and get it cheaper. So, but yeah, all the crypto holders out there, I mean, it's pretty dim, but there's hope. There's hope it's going to get better soon. So the old Trump and Putin, that sort of sent profits up this week. Things like that. And if bloody Israel stops murdering everyone, then hopefully, and old Zelensky, hopefully everyone starts calming down and the old markets start going up again. So, but I think it's going to be all right. Crypto will be all right in the end. It's just, we all want it now. We've been waiting for this bull run and it never happened. So if you're a non-crypto, sorry about that, you won't know what we're on about, but all the little cryptoers, you know what we're on about with all the bull runs and stuff. We're still sat there waiting. I mean, I'm doing all right on a few items. My XRP is doing well, and I must say I am late to the game on the XRP, guys. I didn't buy in at 30 cents like everyone should have done. I did, and I sold it years ago. I should have bought quite a few thousands or millions of it back then, but hey, we all learn. I didn't think it, I thought it was a big scam, that was. But yeah, I did buy in at about 150. So if any of you know, we're double at the moment, so we're not too bad. So I wish I had more, but hey, I'm not going to sell it now. That's the thing. So, but yeah, my others are doing all right. It's just a couple should be. I wish they were doing very well, because that's my retirement fund, but they've gone a bit quiet. But that's life. If it means I'm going to cash out early and buy some houses or something with it as investment, I'm going to do it. So watch this space. It's going to be quite an interesting year, I think, is coming up. So we don't want to be. So I want to say this honestly. I don't want to throw. If I'm going to be buying some houses and stuff, I don't want this to be like, oh, look at me with all these houses. We are just looking for cheap bargain, 2 or 3 grand things where we can go in and maybe flip and do them up as a potential future investment later on. But yeah, we are not. I don't want it to come across as, you know, smug and brand. It's just interesting. I think it'll be interesting for you guys who have got little money, especially you van lifers, because we're looking at the van life market now, and there's big news on that coming up soon, because we have got a big website coming out. The wife's building at the moment for everything. It's going to be like an eBay for van lifers. So watch this space on that. That's a new project coming out. It'll be everything you want. So if you want to know where the latest, well, everything from parts to sales to every advertising companies and to all your program, because there isn't even a list anywhere on Facebook or online of a list of every single event in England, or beyond, probably Europe and everywhere, of van life stuff, events to go to. So that's all in the plan and will be out in the future. So watch this space, because we are still not van life dead. We will have a van in the future. I just don't know when, and I don't know what, but it might not be a big overlander, unfortunately, because if anyone it's a bit awkward on vignettes here with big lorries. They class you as a HGV, and they limit where you can drive and stuff like that. So I'm going to have to keep it, underweight. I might have to go back to 3.5 ton, but I'm going to take you through with that because we're doing our licenses probably the next few months. The wife needs to do hers pretty soon because she got her residency before me. So I don't know if we're going to do them together, but again, it'll be another thing we'll show you how we're doing the medicals. Will I go for my 7.5 ton license and do extra medicals, or do I just sack it off and just stick to basically the same laws as England really is a 3.5 ton, but the 7.5 ton might just be better because I can get like a bigger camper, something like a 4 ton, 4.5 ton. I'd love a what they call Verara, a Mercedes Veraro, something like that, because of the size. They're nice and good, but may just buy a new motorhome and just enjoy travelling. But that's the whole point of this channel. It's just life for me, and the kids can rewatch it later on when I pop my clogs, because the way things are going, I'll probably end up pop my clogs here. What's that? Oh, it's the aircon just dumping in the bucket. So we collect the aircon water and then pour it on the plants. So yeah, there's enough waffle and stuff what's coming up, and a bit of a briefing, and yeah, life is still good in Bulgaria. It's tough in certain ways. It will test your marriage if you are married, but hopefully, we're coming out the other side all right. Well, we hope. So we have big plans and ideas, and it's yeah. But this isn't gonna. I'm now gonna start slowing down on advertising people's houses for sale. As I was, but if you rewind to when someone got me an email, and if you're after a house, let me know. I have a couple in the area for a neighbour, which I'm not involved in whatsoever, but I can send you some videos of them. They're in the next 2 villages. You can watch a village. Only a few days ago, well, a few weeks ago, it was Leskovac. It's a lovely village. We even went there last night. We did a little date night. So we went down to Leskovac, and there's a little tiny shop with bar, like a little bar outside. See, every shop has a bar with them. So what you do, you go in, you buy your beer off the shelf, and you can sit outside and drink it. And that's what I like. We had a little coffee machine, a little drink, and filled all our bottles of water up because we love their water better than ours. And we use their spring water. And just had an hour out and went, no, look round the village. It's a lovely little village. We do like that one. And again, we're even tempted with that little house, really, from our neighbours to get it ourselves as a future. Because I'm telling you now, guys, come January the 1st, when we go into the Euro in Bulgaria, prices are going to start shooting up. And I'm telling you now, eventually, England will end up going back into the Europe. I can see it. I can see Corbyn winning again. I like the guy. I don't really do politics, but I know the guy. I've worked with the homeless. He's been amazing in the past. and what he wants to do. But the establishment don't like him because he's dangerous, because he wants to get rid of wars. He doesn't want to be killing people, you know. He's a threat to them, unfortunately. So that's enough of politics, because I'll get bloody booted off. So, but I can see England back in the EU. And what's going to happen the first time when you join back in the EU, there is going to be a van life exodus, where everyone's going to be flying over here. And Bulgaria is still one of the cheapest places for houses and buy land. And that's what I forgot to mention that. So that's what we're looking for now. Old ruins with derelict buildings, what just need demolishing for the land. And then, you know, we might buy a load of them up, clear the lands, and have them on a portfolio ready. With the wife's even building maybe a website for that, and a newsletter, and woodlands and little things like that, instead of houses, where us van lifers who love off-grid can, you know, find a little place to park, a little slice of heaven. And the beauty is we're just so far to Turkey, so even at the moment, if you're van life and you work online, you can sort of come to, you know, to Bulgaria, do your 90 days, go over to Turkey for 180 days, come back, and it's literally down the road, 5 hours and you're there. So what better is that? And you can live out here and enjoy life from your van on a nice little plot. And yeah, I think that might be the future. So watch this space, and I'm going to leave it there because I've been waffling for 25 minutes. No way. You lot are going to be well bored with that lot. So as I say, always try and keep it real, and hopefully try and help some of you guys. And yeah, hopefully see more of you move into Bulgaria or anywhere else, Europe, everywhere, because you know England is gone. And, you know, without any politics on the place, I mean, it's just too expensive. The life is so much better. Look how sunny this is. This is what it's like every day. And all we do is moan about the heat here now. That's us Brits for you. But I'm getting used to it. For the last 2 weeks, we've been in the 30s, and it's just been nice. Nice little breeze today. But yeah, when you do some work, you do sweat. But hey, I need to lose a bit anyway, so I think that's another mission I need to do once next year when we get, if I can afford one, the big swimming pool. Yeah, we're gonna have to start getting training and get a bit more fitter, because yeah, the old beer's a bit too cheap here and it's a bit too dangerous, so we need to be cutting back and not having an heart attack. So yeah, we'll leave it there, and we'll chat to you later. I don't know what's going to coming up next, but hey, every day's a new learning day in Bulgaria.